Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Srinivas. Welcome to Nano eLearn and back to Python tutorial series. In our previous session, we have learnt about how to use variables in Python programming along with the practical demo. Today, I am going to talk about how we can use lists in Python programming. Before that, please make sure to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever new content is uploaded. If you would like to learn about complete information about how we can use lists in Python programming, also along with the practical demo, please watch this video completely till the end. Let's get started. Introduction to Python lists. One of the most useful collection data types in Python programming. These are used to store multiple items in a single variable. These are one from the four built-in collection data types used in Python programming. Other data types include tuple, dictionary, and set. These are used to store a collection of data. Certain extent, these lists are similar to arrays concept in C programming, the only difference being all items in a list can be of different data type. If you take an example, for instance, my list can be assigned with the values string 3, 562, 8.45, Srini, and 80.5. Here, if you observe here, we can see different data type values, including string value, integer, and a float value here. That is, all items in a list are separated by comma and enclosed in square braces, as we are seeing in the above example. Values stored in a list could be accessed with slice operator. It could be single square brackets using a simple square brackets or using a square bracket using colon symbol. It starts with indices at 0 and end at index -1. It uses plus sign as list concatenation operator. Also, a symbol asterisk can be used as a repetition operator. Items in a list are ordered, changeable, and allow duplicate values. These are indexed with the first item as index of 0, also second item with index 1, and so on. Let me justify how they are ordered, changeable, and how they will allow duplicate values. Ordered. Items follow a defined order and it will not change. New items always placed at the end when added to the list. Changeable. Items in a list are allowed to change, add, remove after it has been created. We can use append, clear, insert, and other functions which I'll cover in a practical demo. For instance, to add a value to the list, we can use append function. For instance, mylist1 dot append of 36. With this command, if you run it, it adds the element 36 to the end of the list. Allow duplicates. Items in a list can have same value, that is, list items allow duplicate values. Example, mylist1 is equal to the string Srini 562, again Srini, true. Here, the string Srini is repeated twice. Useful information about lists. List length. The function length can be used to determine the number of items that are present in a list. For instance, length of my list 1 is 4. List length. As I just explained, we can use length function to determine the number of items in a list. For instance, length of my list 1 gives the result as 4. Type function. Items in a list are defined using the data type list. If you would like to print the data type of any list, it gives the output as class list. Constructor list. We can use to create a new list using the constructor list. For instance, list1 is equal to lst of Srinivas true 5. It creates a list. Here, it is not lst, it's list of the values if you pass. It starts with two braces and ends with two braces. I will show in the practical demo. These are few example code for Python lists. As I just explained, the index, if we consider there are 5 elements 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 in a list. These are the elements in a list. The index will start, the forward index will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The reverse index will start from -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. These are few code examples. I have defined two lists, mylist and simple list, which has 5 and 2 elements in them. These are few code examples to better understand how the code works in case of lists. Print mylist. It prints the complete list here. We use print mylist of 0, it prints the first element in the list. We print mylist of 1:3, it prints all elements starting from the second till third. Print list of 2: starts from the third element in the list and all the elements till the end are printed. Print simple list into 2, it lists 2 times, that is it prints all the items in the list 2 times. Print mylist plus simple list, it concatenates the list and it prints the output like below. These are the output values that will get printed when the above code examples are executed. Let us start a practical demo to better understand the list. First, we need to open the Python IDLE. Let's see how this works. Let me explain with a simple example. For example, we are using numList. I can use any number, say 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Click on enter. It is giving an error. For this, we need to use is equal to symbol. We have not assigned the values. So to get better understanding, I have typed the first statement. Here, now it will accept the list because we are assigning the list values to the variable numList. So here, if you print the numList, now using the numList command, it will print all the elements which we have just assigned. So here we can also, here if you observe here, all the numbers are of integer type. Similarly, we can assign all string values, say name list, like as I already covered, we can use single quotes or double quotes to assign a single value, a string value. I'm using single quotes here. For instance, assign this list. If you want to print this list, I'm using name list. You can see the string list value which was just assigned or printed. Similarly, you can also assign float list. You can all assign all floating values, floating type numbers. Now I am printing the list which I have just assigned. You can see the list values are printed. Now we can also, now we will try how this works. We will like to print a specific value from the list, say from numList. We can do that based on the index. We can type numList of 0, which gives 10, that is the first element is printed. You can also use numList of 2 to print the value. It prints, if it is 2, 0, 1, 2, it prints the third element in the list. For example, what if you would like to print from a specific element to a specific element in the list? Let's see how it works. In this case, if I want to print the second element till the third element, you need to use colon as I just covered. It prints 1:2, that is 1 to 2, the index 1 is the second element and till second, so till the third element there is only one number, it prints only single value. Now we would like to print multiple values, say starting from 0 and 2, it prints the two values 10 and 20. Similarly, what if I would like to print from a specific number till the last number? Yeah, in this case we need to give the index as 2 colon followed by the square bracket without giving any ending index number. This prints from the third element till the last element, all the values will get printed. What if we would like to print from the last element? So this is also possible. As I just explained, we need to give the negative index here -1. It prints the value 50, which is the last number in the num list. Yeah. So now we can do that. We can also print the list of values like -1 to -5. Yeah. In this case, there is no result here. You can also do that. Yeah. We would like to print from -5 to -2. So from the -5 to -2, there are three elements 10, 20 and 30. That is, from the starting, -5 is the index of first element in the list. So 10, 20 and 30 are printed. So this is how we can work with different num lists. So what if I want to store values of different data types in a particular collection list? See, yes, it is possible. See, in this case, I am taking a miscellaneous list, MIS list. So here I am assigning values of different data types. Say I am taking an integer, I am taking a floating point number, and I am taking a string. Also, I am also using a boolean value. Yes, this works. You see here, it can also be printed now. This is how, from this, we can see that a list can also allow values of multiple data types. Yeah. What if I would like to add, that is, I would like to append a value to an existing list? We already know what is num list. I'm just printing it again. It has 5 numbers 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. What if I would like to append a new value to the list? Yes, for this I can use append function to add a value, and I need to pass the value which I would like to add. Yes, the number gets added. Now if we print the num list, we see that the 60 is added at the end. What if we would like to append a value based on the index in between? For example, I would like to append a value based on the index, say numList dot append, or here for this we can use insert command as insert. Say I would like to add at the third index between 2 and I am adding a number as 25. Now if we print the num list, we see that at the index 2 the new number 25 is appended. So this is how we can work with num list to perform different operations. Also, let us see how we want to delete a specific value from the list. For example, for this we need to use the remove function, numList dot remove. We click on dot, it will give different functions that can be performed on a particular list item. Here remove will remove a specific value which will define. Yeah, here I have asked to remove 60 from the list. Let us see how the list will display now. Yeah, the 60 gets removed here. Let us see how we want to delete a element based on the index value. For example, for this we need to use pop command, numList dot pop of 1. For example, the number at element at index 1 need to be removed. That is, the 20 gets removed. Now if we print the num list, we see that the 20 is not in the list. Similarly, what if we are using pop command without passing any index? What will happen here? In this case, it always removes the last item in the list, that is 50 in the above list. Now if you print the num list here, there is no 50 here, the 50 gets removed. So if I want to delete elements from a specific index number, we need to use delete command numlist, that is del numlist of, say I am giving 0, 1, 2, from 2 to till end. So now from the second index element, all elements gets removed. The remaining elements will remain as 10, 25, because from the second element we asked to delete all the numbers. Let us see how we have seen how to perform different operations to remove and append from the list. Now our final list has only two numbers, 10, 25. So let us see how we can add again multiple elements to the list. For this we need to use extend command. For this numlist.extend, we need to use bracket followed by square brackets and need to give the numbers which we want to append. Let's see how this works. Yeah, now then the provided numbers got appended. Let's see the new list here. We see that all the new numbers 11, 22, 33, 44 and 55 gets appended to the end in the list. So similarly, we have other functions to fetch the minimum number, maximum number, to find the sum of the all elements in the list, also how to sort all the elements in the list. We can also do that. Let's see how this works quickly. Numlist, see, we can use max function. Say we will use min function for this. I'm using min of numlist. It fetches the minimum value from the above list with name numlist. Let us see how to fetch the maximum element. For this we need to use max function. Let us see, it fetches the maximum value 55 from the list. Let us see how to use sum function. You can use the sum function shown here, like here. It fetches the sum of all elements in the list. We can also use sort function for this. Numlist dot sort, it has sorted the list now. If you print the list, it has sorted all the values in ascending order. Yes, like we have seen here, Python is fun to learn. How simple it is to learn here. We have seen different possible operations that we can able to perform in the list. I have covered to the best possible extent. Here, that's it for today's session. These are some useful URL links related to Python. Thanks for watching my video. Happy learning. Have a good day.